The Wasabi Event, the Battle for Katana Kingdom, the Sushi Event, whatever you call it, the temporary event for the May 2025 season. This was the first new limited time event we've received since the poorly received Pizza Planet event from January, and in this video I'll be talking about my thoughts of the event, the good and the bad. Let's start with the most prominent feature of the event, the Wasabi powers. The Wasabi powers are most comparable to mutations from the Godzilla event, in that most brawlers will have a special power locked behind an event exclusive reward. For the Godzilla event, they were locked behind eggs. For the Wasabi event, they're locked behind sushi. However, unlike the mutations, some Wasabi powers are harder to find than others. Each Wasabi power is assigned to one of 4 tiers in order from least to most rare. Hot, extra hot, crazy hot, and inferno. Ideally, the rarer the Wasabi power, the stronger it is. This is different from mutations, where each power had the same drop rates across the board, as long as you own the brawler associated with the power. The Wasabi powers themselves are amazing. I like them for the most part. I understand that some people don't like the fact that some of the Wasabi powers are literally mutations like Hank's or Rico's, but honestly I don't think that's a bad thing. I just see it as an opportunity to relive the chaos from the Godzilla event, while giving those who didn't experience it from Godzilla some new fun with the power. Also, who knows? Some of these Wasabi powers, mainly Pam's, Finks's, and Draco's, could even be used as future hypercharges for the brawls without them. They did it with some of the mutations, like Mandy's and Rico's. It's honestly a really clever way to test them out. The devs can use this feedback to tweak these abilities if needed, then re-release them later as hypers. Honestly, I can't wait to see what comes out of this. Also, a lot of them are just simply a lot of fun. My personal favorites are Amber's, Barley's, Cheong's, Rosa's, and Kenji's. Those are my personal top 5, but honestly a lot of them were great. Some were disappointing, sure, but they make up the minority of these powers. The majority of them are a bunch of fun. However, as fun as the Wasabi powers were, there were some things that I don't like about them. I don't like the fact that these Wasabi powers are given out randomly. The Angels vs. Demons event, for example, had a very linear and straightforward progression path for powers. Open X amount of angelic or demonic star drops and you are guaranteed to unlock all powers after opening X amount of drops. Sure, the power that you got was random, but it was more streamlined and simple. With the Wasabi powers, it's insanely random. First, you have to get a sushi with the Wasabi power, which is a 50% chance with each sushi you get. Then, since Wasabi powers have different tiers, the drop rates of getting a Wasabi power vary greatly. 20% chance for a hot power, 15% for extra hot, 10% for crazy hot, and 5% for inferno. Then, since there are multiple powers assigned to each tier, the percentage of getting a particular Wasabi power is evenly dispersed by the number of brawlers you own who has their Wasabi power locked in that particular tier. For example, there are 10 Inferno tier Wasabi powers, and since an Inferno power has a 5% chance of dropping, across 10 Inferno powers, each particular Inferno power had a 0.5% chance to drop. That's crazy. It's just, I don't know, it's just a lot. It's so random. It's even more damning considering that some Wasabi powers are harder to get than others, and it's all because of the different tiers associated with them. Like I said earlier, at least with mutations, they all had an equal chance of dropping. But with Wasabi powers, some are just harder to get than others for no reason whatsoever. It's just so tedious and designed as a trap to get players to spend money trying to attain these temporary power-ups. Speaking of, the sushi rolls. Oh boy, I hate them with a passion. So, remember back in 2022 when Brawl Stars got rid of boxes? They got rid of them to, make progression more fair and straightforward. Because, you know, spending hundreds of dollars on getting a brawler you may still not unlock after the fact. Well, how about the dev team just undoes that by introducing another gacha mechanic that ended up getting aggressively monetized? For gems, you can either buy Wasabi powers that will cease to exist after the event, or progression that's so minimal you might as well have gotten nothing. It's so bad, man. It's so predatory and awful. Like, I hate it so much. As bad as the Pizza Planet event was, at least with that event, there was no RNG involved in it. Instead, you bought stuff with pizza, which was earned throughout the event instead of bought. Didn't have enough pizza? That's fine. You could just spend gems getting the offer that you want, not the chance of getting something you want. With all that being said, though, there is something that I do need to clear up, not because this is necessarily a positive, but because it's important enough to mention. If you open 120 sushi rolls, you are guaranteed to get all of the event skins, other than the Piper and Kenji skins. When I say 120 sushi rolls, I'm not talking about individual sushi pieces. Like, for example, if you open an 8-pack of sushi at once, that's only one sushi roll. Dumb, I know, but I guess I can give credit where credit's due by applying a pity system for the skins if you don't get them from chance. Additionally, you unlock the hypercharged Oni Kenji skin by opening 200 sushi pieces, not rolls, but individual pieces. Too bad it's very difficult to do that without buying sushi rolls. It's lightning outside. I'll be damned if the power goes out. Speaking of sushi rolls, the sushi rolls have this weird mechanic to where you can tap on it to increase the amount of sushi you get to open. Sushi rolls come in packs of 1 sushi at a 58.33% chance, packs of 2 at a 36.67% chance, packs of 4 at a 3.33% chance, or packs of 8 at a 1.67% chance. I'm guessing that the possibility of getting multiple sushi pieces per roll is supposed to justify how awful the rewards are, but, like, you only have a 5% chance of getting at least 4 sushi. You're more often than not going to get a mix between temporary wasabi powers and piss-poor rewards. Even the chance of getting new brawlers are terribly low. You can't even get mythic or legendary brawlers from sushi. Like, why? The sushi rolls sucked in my honest opinion. I really just want the devs to stop using gacha as a means to encourage monetization. And with that out the way, let's talk about the rest of the event, starting with the first week. The first week. The introduction to the event. An event of ferocious samurai, spicy sushi, and a new game mode. Or rather, new game modes. The first of which was Samurai Smash, and it's a bit of an interesting one. It's pretty much a reskin of the bot drop mode all the way back from Season 12. But instead of collecting bolts to win, you must collect Daruma dolls. 60 of them, in fact. First team to reach 60 wins. Daruma dolls are collected from either defeating samurai bots or defeating other players. When players are defeated, they drop dolls that don't take away from their team's total but can't be picked up by their team, making deaths pretty impactful in the game. Also, Wasabi powers will always be enabled when playing this mode. Honestly, maybe it's because of the Wasabi powers, but this game mode is quite fun. I mean, without the powers, the game would pretty much be unbalanced and tedious, but with some tuning, I could see this mode being pretty fun. Also, every day of the event, 3 random game mode slots will have the Wasabi modifier, which enables the use of Wasabi powers for 24 hours. Honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of this. I mean, now I'm more understanding as to why they do it this way, but sometimes I just want to play a normal match without using Wasabi powers, and I don't like that the ones that do and don't have the powers enabled are random. Or rather, they seem random. I generally don't know if they are random or not. Let me know in the comments if they are or not. I just wish there were separate slots for the Wasabi mod, to be honest, but again, I understand that this would stretch server activity thin, so it makes sense why it's not implementing that way. Otherwise, this is a pretty good start to the event. But will it get even better over time, or is this the start of a gradual decline of quality? Let's find out with week 2. Side note, but it's like raining really hard. My power's probably gonna get cut soon, but we move. The second week introduced the Mega Buffet, a reworked Mega Pig that rewards sushi rolls instead of a Mega Pig. Every day you get 4 tickets that you can use to play a random game mode with the Wasabi mod and a random Mega Pig mod activated. Winning a Mega Buffet match will count towards your club's sushi meter, and every time a sushi meter is filled, your entire club wins 1 sushi roll. The Mega Buffet was buggy as all hell. Is it that hard for a billion-dollar company to play test their own game? Well, to be fair, the entire event was pretty last minute. We were supposed to get a cool new collab with this update, but something very last minute happened that either delayed or canceled the collab altogether. So do keep in mind that this event may have been rushed because of this. I'm just going to list the bugs that I and many others have experienced in this event, okay? Here we go. Incorrect win counters, incorrect ticket counters, inconsistent rewards, unobtainable sushi rewards, Wasabi powers not working during Mega Buffet games, missing tickets, and missing wins. That's quite the number of bugs, ain't it? I feel like if the Mega Buffet worked as intended, it would have been a pretty fun experience, but these bugs just ruined the mode altogether. Especially since some people literally couldn't play it because they were missing tickets they never received. What a shame. But on the bright side, we did get 5v5 Samurai Smash. That was really cool. That out the way, on to week 3. Week 3 of the event introduced Oni Hunt. Basically boss fight, but instead of a giant robot, it's a giant Oni Kenji. Honestly, I like how diverse his attacks are. You really have to be on your toes and pay attention in order to stay alive and take him down. I was personally never a fan of the PvE modes that Brawl Stars had, but honestly this was pretty fun. Better than I expected. I enjoyed it quite a bit. There are, however, some things that I don't really like. Firstly, the rewards. These rewards are laughably terrible. 30, 20, and 50 coins for your first 3 Oni Hunt wins of the day. Oh wait, I said that backwards. 20, 30, and 50 coins for your first 3 Oni Hunt wins of the day? I thought the rewards were bugged when I saw them. They were that awful. You get a sushi roll for your 4th and 5th Oni Hunt win though. And honestly, those rewards are what made playing the mode really worth it. So there was that at least. Also, this is a criticism I have with the actual Oni Hunt game mode. Once Oni Kenji reaches God mode, he is literally unkillable. His health regenerates so fast, any damage you deal to him is pretty much negligible. The reason why I don't like this is because at that point, continuing the game is a complete waste of time. I would rather the game just end once it reaches God mode instead of getting this illusion of possibility from the game continuing. I mean, I understand the purpose. It puts a big emphasis on getting the boss defeated quickly. The longer the Oni Hunt being alive, the stronger it gets. However, instead of increasing the difficulty, God mode just makes it flat out unachievable. I really don't like that. Again, just end the game at that point instead of wasting my time with a futile effort. This is a pretty good week nonetheless. Let's see how the Wasabi event ends. The last week of the Wasabi event. At the time of me recording this, the 4th week is still ongoing. It'll likely be finished by the time you see this video. The only addition this week brought, other than double star drop weekends, was the daily contest feature. The daily contests were literally the contests from the Angels vs. Demons and Pizza Planet events. Except as the name implies, these contests last daily instead of over a few days. So you had to use your contest tickets every day in order to have a chance at getting rewards. I really like how they let you choose which game mode you'll be playing for points. This is awesome. Instead of playing through a game mode that you don't like, you can choose one that you prefer playing more. It's honestly amazing. I wish more people were talking about this because I absolutely love this. What an improvement, I'm not gonna lie. You win sushi rolls depending on your placement. Higher placements mean more sushi. You can win up to 5 sushi rolls if you place first. Additionally, you'll win at least 1 sushi roll as long as you place in the top 8. I think that's fine, honestly. It's a fair set of rules to follow, even if you can easily get screwed over by bad randoms, which we all know is about as unavoidable as paying taxes. However, something that kind of devalues the contest is that this is all taking place during the final week. I mean, it's good as a last-ditch effort to get the event skins and reach any milestones on the sushi counter, but like, the rewards you get from the sushi are downright terrible, remember? I'm going to read off some of the possible rewards you can get from sushi, and the following rewards I'm about to read out have a less than 1% chance of dropping from a single piece. 100 coins, 200 coins, 100 bling, 30 credits, 75 credits, 50 power points, 100 power points. Every reward I just listed has a 1% chance of dropping or lower, many of them being lower. These are the rarer rewards, the rewards that Supercell thought were deserving of the 1% drop chance. These rewards are honestly absurd. Of course you can get Wasabi powers from the sushi as well, but with the event ending in less than a week, is it really worth getting? Overall, contests are fun, but the rewards you get from them aren't. So that's the Wasabi event. An event of many highs and many lows. A mixed bag overall, if you ask me. Many things I liked and many things I didn't like. But overall, what do I think? Honestly, I want to call it mid, because like I just said, the highs were high and the lows were low. However, I think of this event more positively than negatively. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I had a bunch of fun with this event, and as you can see, I did get a lot of content out of this event, so there's that too. If I didn't, that would have been a telling sign that I didn't like the event. I'm looking at you, Pizza Planet and SpongeBob. The truth is, despite its many flaws, this was the most fun I've ever had playing this game in a while. Many people may not like the event, and that's totally fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions. But me? I had such a good time with this. This was a really fun event, despite being last minute, and I hope Supercell continues to work on improving future limited events. That's going to be it from me. What did you guys think about the Wasabi event? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I never thought this channel would even break 100, let alone tenfold that amount. I appreciate you guys so much. I am so thankful for the audience that this channel has built over the past 2.5 years. Thank you guys so much for sticking by, too. I hope to continue to release videos that uphold the same level of quality that got y'all to watch them in the first place. But for now, I'm signing out. Thank you guys so much for everything. Take care of each other and love each other. Peace.